Hi guys, so today we'll be doing the web server task. Okay, so we're so behind in this task. I've done the first two tasks, but I would redo them and continue. Okay, so because my server was destroyed, so I have to just redo them. So I just made the opportunity to make this video. Alright, so the first thing is that for this task would be checked on two things. We'll check if our server has been configured, and we'll check if our script is correct. And that's all they were just trying to explain at this point. Okay, so what is the quiz part? So this is the quiz part, and what is a TTL within the context of DNS? A time period when DNS query results are cached. The role of a web server is to serve static content, because a web server will be installed on your server, and the role is just to serve those static contents. Okay, so sorry, and then a HTTP GET request. So we have different requests with HTTP. We have HTTP GET, POST, and so on. So the GET request is to request for that static content that needs to be displayed. A DNS A record translates and translate a domain to an IP address, and a post is used to submit data. The role of DNS is to translate domain name into IP addresses. So that's what DNS is for. What was one of the most important reason for which DNS was created? Because we can't memorize IP addresses, so it's best to, because it's easier for us to memorize names. So DNS was created to map IP addresses to names, which is better for us to remember. Why web server usually use child process? So that web server can dynamically change the number of child processes to accommodate the volume. So a web server will use child process because of different volume of requests to be coming to it, and if the parent process is the one responding to everything, it's going to be overwhelmed. So for it to generate child process, it's easier for it to just assign a process to a particular request and kill it when it's done. So a web server is a software, because you have to install the software on your server. A DNS CNAME record translates IP address to domain name to domain. So we've been given a server here, and I think we should have been given before. So the first task here is transfer a file to a server. So we want to transfer a file to a server, and we are told to use string copy. Okay, so let's first go into the directory. The directory is oxoc web server. So I will cd into ALX system and oxoc. So you create, so we only have just 3 files there yet. So would you create your transfer file, this 0 transfer file, you create your readme, and then let's go into the 0 transfer file and see what's there. So normally we are supposed to write our script and configure it on our server, but because this one is not really checking our server, because we're not really installing anything, so we just write script and submit. So what are we told to do? We were told to write a bash script that transfers a file from our client to a server. So client is like my computer here, and I want to transfer to my server. Okay, so the first parameter, so it's accepting 4 parameters. So we have the path to file, server IP, username, and SSH key. So these are the 4 parameters we are passing to it. And to use string copy, secure copy rather, so we say scp, which is the secure copy command. And we were told that it said strict host checking must be disabled. That's why we said this -o strict host checking equals to no. So we've added this one. So basically, when you are transferring file from client to server, you don't need this to be stated. Like, you just do the secure copy. Okay, so this is just all you need to do. and you continue. You don't need this, but because they said we should add this, so that's why we added this -o strict host checking no. So basically what we needed is this -i option. The -i option would help us tell it which private key to use. Okay, so we said the private key would pass it as a command, so we said we should use this the fourth one, which is this SSH key, the fourth parameter that will be passed to it. So the next thing is the path to file, the file you want to transfer on your client, on our computer. Where is it? So the path to file will hold it. And then we have the location on the server, which is the username and server IP. Okay, and also the path on the server. This one we would state it, which is the home directory. Okay, so that's what we did here, and it will help us transfer file from our local to server automatically. And the thing is, yeah, so we just need to just specify the SSH key we want to use, the path that we want to transfer the file from, the username of our server, the IP of our server, and we've specified the location here. There's a colon here, and then the path. There's a colon and then the path. All right, so we just need to create some instances where the person doesn't fill in these 4 parameters. So we said that if the parameter is less than 4, okay, if it is less than 4, if it is more than 4, well, we'll just pick the first 4. But if it is less than 4, then you should say usage. You should echo usage transfer file path to this, which is this that we have been given here, and exit, and we close the if statement. And then if not, we execute this, and if we do that, it would be correct. Okay, so you just change the mode and then push it. So the next one is this one, which is where we need the configuration. Okay, so this one, where is it? Tax 1. Okay, so so we need to redo this one, and for this one, they give us this option. The -y option is to like say yes to when we are running a particular command. Okay, so you said on our server now we need to install Nginx. This is a web server, and also Nginx should listen at on port 80 when creating Nginx as its root with a get request requesting. So let me open the file of this. So what we need to do is we can say sudo apt-get update. That is, it should update our apt-get, and then we should install Nginx. So this is, we are supposed to write it in a script. So a script that would install Nginx, we've installed it. The Nginx should be listening on port 80. So we can say UFW is the firewall that would allow Nginx, okay, to listen at port 80. This HTTP means 80 because HTTP uses 80 as default. So we could replace all this Nginx HTTP as 80. Okay, so after that we were now told to do little configuration on our Nginx server after it has been installed, that makes it says hello when you visit that web server, instead of you should visit the default. Like when you installed Nginx, it's going to show an Nginx default landing page. So replace that landing page with hello world. Okay, so what we do is we check when querying Nginx as its root with a get request requesting a page with call, it should return hello world. That's what they say. As an answer, if I write a bash script that configures the machine, we can use, and then we can use systemctl to restart Nginx. Then after we finish configuration, we need to restart our Nginx. So we said we should not use systemctl, and then we can use service Nginx restart. So the configuration says we are sh-c means we want to run a shell command, and then we said the shell command we want to run is echo hello world. Okay, so it should echo hello world where into a file called var www.html. This is where the content of our page is being saved, and inside there's an index.html, which will be the main page of our website. Okay, so this is default, and then we can just echo it, and you can see we have just one single arrow, which means that it should replace anything that is inside with just hello world, and that's it. Okay, so this is what we need to do on our server. Okay, so now we've written the script, and now we need to is either move the script to our server and then just run it, or do it manually. So let's just go do it manually. Probably later on we can do it automatically by moving it through the secure copy command and move a file to our server and then run it. I hope you understand. So basically that's it, and let's go to our server. So on our server now, if I check my SSH directory on my client, which is my local computer, you'll see I have a file called config. So if I vi config, you will see that I created a like a name. So you will see that I have my web01 as a name, and then the host name is the IP address we're given. So if I check my IP address here, you would see I have this IP address, and then the ports. SSH listen to, like, they communicate through port 22, so I put that, and then the username is Ubuntu. Okay, so you need to make this configuration to be able to easily do the shortcuts that I'll be doing to move SSH into my server. So if I need to just SSH into my server now, all I need to do is just say SSH and then web-01. With this, I'll be able to enter my server. So if I click on it, and that would just be trying to log into my server. So let's go back here and do those commands. Let it load. Oh, sorry, I've been disconnected from the Wi-Fi, so it might not connect. So I just need to connect back. I don't know what is wrong. Like, it's connected, it says no internet, but I have internet. I don't know what's wrong. If you have solutions to this, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. And like, it connects and then disconnects itself. Like, it just writes no network after like probably 15 minutes of connecting. I'm tired of this. But if I connect to like a mobile phone with the hotspot, I don't get this. If I use some other phones, it doesn't disconnect this way, but this particular phone just, I don't know, disconnects. Now all I did is just to disconnect and reconnect, and hopefully it will reconnect. Okay, so this is taking time. Let me just interrupt this. So SSH web01, I hope it's connected now. Okay, it's connected now. So what's going on? Okay, so we've connected now. So you can say sudo apt get update, and then you do that. You do sudo apt and get install Nginx. So I want to just view the file. So the next thing is this guy. I've already installed it already. So sorry. So the next thing is, yes, so we've done that, and then I'll just paste this. Where is it? Anyway, sudo apt get install Nginx, so I can add this dash y to say yes to every question I'll be getting. So it says we've already installed it. So after that, then we need to make Nginx listen to port 20 and port 22 rather. So sudo ufw allow and then Nginx http. So do this. So we have done that. So the next step is to put, so we'll go into this var directory. So we'll cd into var www, and then if you do ls, you see that we have html. We'll cd into html, and then if you list it, we have this. So we just need to create our, so this is the default that will be showing when we visit our website. So we need to create our index.html and put this into it. So I'll just sudo vi index.html, and then so this is just the manual way. I'll say hello world. Okay, I hope I spelled it well, and that's it. Hey, no. So hello world, and what else? After that, then service Nginx restart. Yes, Nginx restart, but let me put sudo in the beginning. So we're done with that, and I think that's all. So let us check our code now, since we've already pushed it. So if I call so if I call my website, where's my IP address? So if I call this IP now, I should be getting hello world. If I call it on, so let me exit from here, and I'm on my client now. If I call it from my client, it still says hello world. So I think it's working kind of. So so all we need to do is, let's cd into ALX, let's cd into ALX, OXOC. So we've git status. So we've already okay. Did we add anything here? Use git add. So let's git add this, git commit tags2. What does it say? I don't know if this is being added anyway. So it says yep, is up to date with origin master. Okay, so everything is up to date. So let us now check if we are correct. So let us check. So for my website that I'll be creating, I don't know if I should use Crypto Techoda or CTC. Anyway, so it's working now, and that's it. So we'll ask for correction, and then we'll go. So we need to set up a domain now. So to set up the domain, we'll click on this tool space, and while that is loading, we click on access to a path. My GitHub is already logged in, so I think it's going to automatically sign in, but you might just see a a table to sign in your GitHub. As you can see, I have my logo here. So I'll go to Global Campus, and then what I'll do is I'll scroll down to look for the .tech domain. That's what I would do. But yeah, you might just need to follow this step. You click on, when you register, this link is not working right now, so you click on get your developer pack under this, and then you scroll to .tech domain. Okay, so that's what they said you should do. So I just want to see the global stuff, and then click on .tech domain. So after that, start to register your domain and check out. So you just continue to register and you check out and log in with GitHub. So you should log in with GitHub, and also the cost of the domain should now be $0 instead of probably 12 point something dollar or something. You can finalize it by creating an account in .tech and manage your domain there. So we need to provide our domain in our answer file. Provide the domain name, no being like www. So, and then configure your DNS record with an A entry so that your root domain to web01 IP address. So we need to configure it so that when the person hits our IP address of our server, it goes to when the person hits our domain name, it maps it with the IP address and goes to that hello world that we created earlier. And the population, I think. Okay, go to your profile, then we'll enter our profile and then enter the domain in the project website URL. So we'll have to enter the domain name. I think that's all we need to do. So this one is wasting our time. Okay, that's loaded already. So we have so many. So we'll just say explore more first. Okay, wait. Cancel. We have it on tech here, so I don't know if it's clickable. Let me just reload it. So we are looking for .tech. So if you see it, let me know. So we're looking for .tech. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, this is .tech. So let's click on the .tech. This one is still loading. So one standard .tech free domain for 1 year, and so we have all these things. Enjoy a credit of 13 USD for a month for this. So we have all this access. So it's loading, and so it takes us to .tech, and then we'll create our domain from there. So our website is crypto. Let's just do crypto tech coder. So to be crypto tech coder.tech or CTC. I'm trying to see if I can use CTC, but let's just use crypto tech coder and search. So we'll search for it to see if it is still available. says it's available, then we'll add to cart, then we'll proceed. Crypto tech coder.tech, okay, and then log in with GitHub. So we'll log in with GitHub so that we can get it for free. So we authorize. And then, so now it's 0. So we can just place order. So I don't have an account. So what we need to create account. So name, let me just put this company crypto tech folder, and then email. Let's use let me just use this. I haven't created an email for crypto tech coder yet, so all these are sensitive information. And okay, let's use, I'll just so country, Nigeria, state, Lagos. So password, create account. So I've created account, save. So confirm order, and so we're done. So we've been registered for 1 year now. You can manage your orders. So we'll click on control panels. This is where we would map our IP address with it, and then we'll continue. So we have this already. So what we need to do now is enter, jump to domain. Let's see, settings, manage orders. So jump to domain. So let's enter crypto tech coder and search. Let's see. Okay, um so what are we told to do? So it says provide the domain name. So we've created the domain name already. So we need to configure our DNS record with an A record. So I'll come here and DNS record. That's what we're looking for. Let me see. I think that should be around name servers. No, cancel. Try name DNS. Let's see. More actions. Let's see. Okay, we need to verify our email first. So let me try and do that first. I think that's why we haven't been able to. Let me try and do that. Okay. So I've verified the email and let me read out the page. What's going on? It was disconnected. This is how this guy disconnects. So if you can help, please. So let's connect and see. Okay, our network is messing us up right now. The network is messing me up right now. Okay, we're connected again. So now I think we've registered we've created the DNS management. So come here, manage DNS records. So now our IP address, I think we should have it here. So this is our IP address. So we need this guy over here. So I'll say I need an A record, add A record. So add an A record. So the IP, so I'll paste this.
àwọn àgbọn ti lọ sí pàtí ọlọ.
So I'll delete this and then host name. So e.g. so this is the host name. Fill in the form. We don't need any subdomain yet, so we'll leave it that way, and I think that's all. So add a record. So crypto tech tech, and this is the destination. With this we're done. We just need time for it to function on time, and we'll go back to this project, and then I can come back here, scroll, no, I'm in here. Let me just copy this. So come back here. So we'll go to our profile, and also provide the domain name, no subdomain, configure your DNS record, and then warning: the preparation of record can take up to an hour, so it might take time before it works. So we just need to then your domain setup. Please verify the registration here, and you must see using registration name. Okay, we can just verify there. Also, so I'll create this. So I would clear this ls. Sorry, ls. So vi this name. So it should have our domain name. So crypto tech tech, right? And then I would clear that. I can git add it, and git commit. I'll say our domain, and then I'll git push. So while that is pushing, we come to our profile. We've disconnected again. This is so crazy. So we need to put that thing on our profile and then check our code. So that's all. You can always put it on times, because I think I'll be super slow because of this network issue that I get from time to time. I don't know why I keep writing on internet. I just hope it's connected. Let's reload this. And let me push again. So it's working now. So website URL, paste it. Sorry, crypto tech and we'll save it. And then let's go back to this guy. Did it push? I'm not sure. Let's hit push again, and then let's go back to this. Git push. So we've pushed it, and let's check our code. So I'm not expecting it to work now because the mapping might have not taken place, but the domain is working now, I believe. But to confirm, we could just easily go to crypto.deck. Oh, it's not even pressing. Crypto.deck. So you see hello world, it's working already because it has been mapped to that IP address. So let's go back there. So this setup a domain has worked, and if you're doing the task 3 redirect me, all we need to do is to configure our server so that when we hit a page called redirect me, it redirects us to another page, and we have to use the 301 move permanently redirection. And also remember that we need to configure on our server and write our script to work accordingly. So I did it before, I encountered some errors, so I solved it, and now I want to share what I figured out with you. So it's quite simple. All you need to do is to create this file, and I have it already here. And in what we were told to add what we did in the first and the third one, this one and this installation, and then write redirection using. So I copied what I had in installation into redirection. So if I cut 3, you see we have what we had in installation, and this hello world, and where is it, and this service Nginx. So the only difference is this part, is only this part, and this is where we did the redirection. And what I did was I said all you need to do is the server block, that's what we want to edit, which is this etc Nginx site available default. So let's vi into the file so you can see it. So yes, so we want to edit it, and we have to use stream editor, which is sed is used to edit some string in a file. So we've given it a file, and we said we want it to edit this -i means it should permanently edit it, right? And I said okay, this is the first delimiter, and I said it should go to where we see listing 80 default server. So instead of rewriting this line, we give it that it should append this line to it. And what do? We just append rewrite redirect me, okay, and then we'll say where we want it to go, and then permanent, because we are doing a permanent redirection, and that's all. So you just go to your server. It's either you migrate this file there, or you SSH to your server. So if I SSH into my web 01 server, okay, I've already deleted all the comments. So if I cd into if I cd into etc Nginx and sites available and default, I want to vi into it, okay, because it's a file. So sudo vi so if we look at it, we have our server block, and what we just added is this line. Where is it? This line. So we just say you should rewrite, and then anything that ends with, like everything that ends with redirects me, okay, you should replace it with this link, and it should be a permanent replacement. And that's all we need to do for this task. And once we do that, we check our code, and it should work accordingly. Okay, so let's ask for correction. So we just did that, and let me remove this guy because I Alright, so let's go to the next one, which is 404 page alpha. So we have to configure our Nginx server to have a custom 404 page that contains the string. So when we hit a page that is not found, it should contain this string sessi next pass on page. Okay, so requirement: the page must return a 404 code, and then it should contain this string, and it should contain whatever we have in 3 redirection, and write this 404 string into it. Okay, so basically that's it. So if I'm to configure my server first, okay, if I'm to configure my server first, I'll just vi into what with vi into, and all I need to add into my server is I'll come down here and say I'll come down here and say 404 error page. So let me come here. I can just come here and say so I'll say error, or error page. Okay, so we have an error page which is called the error page 404, and the error page will be found in 404.html and end with a colon. And then what I will do is I'll go and create this 404 HTML page. Okay, so that's what I will do for now. What else do I need to do? I think that's all for now. So I'll go to my cd into my var www and cd into my HTML, and if I list it, I have index. So all I'll do is I'll create my 404.html and I'll paste these guys into it. Sorry, cns, I think we're good. So I'll paste that, and then I will sudo service restart into service nginx restart. So it worked, and we could just call our, let me see if my call is still here. Yeah, if we call this place and say th, so it returned this error page, right, which is correct. So if we use call and let's use the -si, and yeah, th, so it returned this 404 not found and all this stuff, right? And I think it's working now. So all we need to do is now to write our bash script to work accordingly. Okay, so to write our bash script, all we need to do next is we could still do the same thing that we did to the previous one. So I'll just exit this one, and then I would create my 4 not found, and then I'll cut my 3 into my 4 not found, and then I'll VI into 4 not found. Then I can still use sed to I can still use sed now, right? So I'll just say no, it's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'll use sed, and I'll say once it sees this rewrite default server, you should append let me append we should append error page 44 and 44.html and then colon. I think we'll go like this. So we could do it this way and then the file. So I think we'll go this way. Okay, so wait. I think there's something I'm missing. Yeah, so let's see if this will work with add 4. So let me first change the mode. So let's try it that way. If this one doesn't work, it's our bash script that we have issues with now. Just a way to put that line into our script when it runs. So if this doesn't work, then I have another method we could try, which will definitely work. So let's hope this works. Okay, so we have just one error. So let's see where the error is. I was expecting that error though. Error is at number 3, 0, 1 to 3. So let's check. 0, 1 to your bash script is configured. So it's the bash script that is actually not working right now. So what we need to do is I'll use the second method, which I did earlier. I'll go to github.com. So I've created another on my GitHub account, which you can use, but that's just the idea. So I think the bash script that I wrote wasn't imputing the 404 page properly. So let me get on to let me create another page and check it out. It's actually long. The second method I tried is actually long, so that's why. Okay, I think we're not done. That's why it didn't work. I didn't add the data is going to put into it, so it's supposed to work. So I didn't add this cc this. I think that's why it didn't really work. So to add it, I can add it here, and I'll say we can still use sh as well. Sh shell script hash, and then I'll echo the word, right? Do we have this? So I'll have to comment that place. I'll have to echo this. Let me see. Okay, that's stopped there, so I'll have to use an escape. Escape didn't work. Escape didn't work. So what should we do? I can just say Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I will say come here, so sudo touch, we should create it etc, etc, sudo touch var www and then html and then file.html. So once we create that, then we want to echo that, and then let me just say, let's just try echo this, echo this, into var www html /44. So let's try this. So we added these two lines, so we should create that file and then echo this into the file. So let's try this and see. So sorry, I was supposed to ask, checking it out. So everything about web server will take time, so let's just hold on. So I wanted to try something. Let me try it. I wanted to try shell command, right? I wanted to try sh-c and echo, what's that command? This, let's see. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, sh and then this, it didn't work. And then echo, let me escape this first. So it worked now. So we're correct. So it's because we didn't add those ones, that's why it's not working. So let me just clear my screen, and yeah, so that worked. So the next one now is install Nginx web server using Puppet. So for this one, I have this. It's a very simple thing. It's just writing Puppet. So I have written it already. So I'll just copy it and explain what I did to you, so we don't waste our time. So I'll just copy this guy and then I'll paste it here, and then I'll go to open a tab, and then create. So what do I need? So okay, kit up. So let's try this. So I'll check this, but basically it's quite simple. It's something we can do. So let's just do it ourselves. Let's just try and do it ourselves. So to do that, all we need is, we said so we should turn to practice configuration to a server Puppet. So automating configuration with Puppet. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So engineers should be listening at port 80. We are supposed to do everything we've done. We are going to import, install Nginx server. We are going to do the redirection. We are going to do the hello world. We are going to do all sorts. I'm not sure of the four page, but I'm sure we're gonna do these 3-1 move by the answer file should be prepared, the redirection, the hello world, and the port 80. These are the major things. But before we can do these things, we need to install Nginx. So I'll say I want to install a package, and the package would be we'll give it space, an Nginx package, a colon, and then we'll close our braces here, and then under it we can give it a space, maybe 2 space, and then we should ensure that it is installed. Then we'll have this arrow, and installed should be ordinary, and then we'll end it with a comma rather, because we can leave it without a comma, but it's idealistic to put it with a comma. And then let me see, there are puppet lints installed. Puppet lint 7. I'm not sure if puppet lint is installed. Anyway, that's by the way. Okay, it's installed, it means it's correct. So we'll vi back into this. So we've installed that. So we'll need a fine line, that is, we want to add the let's say the redirection now. Let's create the redirection. So I'll say file underscore line, and then I would say it should install file line to ensure that it is present. Ensure that it is present, so I can put that in quotes. Put that in quotes, comma rather, and then the path, it has to be on the same line, and the path should be etc Nginx, and then sites available and default available and slash default. So after that, end it, and then comma, and then we'll have after. So after that, we should make sure that the listings at 80. So after we have this line, listen 80 default server, inside we should ensure that this file is present. Okay, first file line is installed, we just call it install, we can give it any name there. So we'll make sure that this file is present, default, and then after this line, default server. Okay, after our default server, then default server and comma and colon, and then we'll add our put it in quotes and then comma, then would add our line. This is what we need. This define line does, it helps us add a line. So we want to add that redirect permanent. So we'll add rewrite, and then remember we add this arrow up key, a wildcard, and then we call it redirect underscore me. So we have the redirect link, we have the YouTube link, www.youtube.com/crypto tech folder. So we have that, and then we would have permanent, and then permanent, and then we'll end it with a semicolon and foot, and then on this and this. So we'll end it like that, and this one should end as well. So we have that one. We have our default already installed. We make sure that it's there. We put the redirection. Now we need to put the hello word also inside. So to create our hello word, we need to put that inside our var, right? So we'll say file, and then we'll do like this, space. We'll call this one since a file, I can put part, or I can just say var www.html/index.html, and then we'll have a content. This one should have this, and come down 1 2 content. Then are we aligned together? Should not be, the content should not be hello word, and I think we're done with that, and then comma, and then that's that. Then we need to restart, so we use the service, and then these two, and then service ends with a colon, Nginx. So we'll ensure that it is running. We'll ensure that it is running. We can remove this since it's just one guy, and then require that it is restarted, or I'll say require, and then I'll put this, and I'll say package, and then Nginx. So with this, we are actually done. So let us see puppet links. Okay, it says we're good. Git add 7, git commit, configuration management with puppet for server. So that added, and let us push it. So let us check our code if it works. So waiting for that to work. So we had so many errors. Let's see. Newly configured server returns 200 when queried. Okay. We don't need to do any configuration on our server though. Let me just see what we're missing out. VI7. So package Nginx is installed. So we have our file line which is installed, and then present. So first let's see var www.index.html. Yes, the content should be hello world. Yes, Nginx running. I knew we might encounter an error somewhere, but I don't know what's wrong actually. Ensure it is installed. File line install. Ensure it's present part after line. I think we're good. Let me see the errors we're having. Let me see. 301. This should return it. Anyway, we were trying to check here before, so let me just make it easy for us because I don't want to waste our time. But basically, this is just the whole idea of it. This require package I'm not too sure of, and we can just check. So web server. So check that. So as you can see, it's the same thing. We have our package Nginx, ensure it is installed, file line install, ensure it is present. The path is sites available. I could miss some spelling, so yeah, listen it default server, rewrite redirect me the path to the YouTube permanent. Okay, var index HTML content is hello world. Okay, service engineer. I think I'm right, but anyway, let me just copy this guy and paste it here. I don't know what's wrong with it though, but let me paste it here. And let's just delete all this. Let me make a shortcut to delete that. Okay, let's check. So let us check again. So if it works, I don't know what's wrong then. If it works, because it's the same thing I felt we had, except we made some typo errors. So let us check. So it worked. So I don't know what actually happened, but anyway, so that's just it, and I'll see you in the next one.